Hi there, happy Monday. Hopefully, you're having a great start to your week. So, as you can glean from the title, this week's topic is going to be on self forgiveness. Yes, we all make mistakes. So, initially, I had a bunch of notes about this one, but I sort of condensed it down to like four main points about self forgiveness. So, let's just jump right into it. First things first, take responsibility, right? So just own your actions. So acknowledge whatever part that you had in the mistake and whatever harm that may have caused to an individual, an entity, whatever. All right. And then it's important to note, make sure that you differentiate between guilt and shame. And so you may ask, like, what's the difference? It sounds like the same thing. No, they're quite different. So guilt is you feel bad for the action that actually happened. All right. Shame is you feel like I'm a bad person. Make sure that you separate those because it's very possible that good people make bad mistakes, right? So, and of course, bad people make bad mistakes. And guess what? Everyone is up for redemption. We can all move forward from those. But just make sure that you separate the two. All right. So guilt and shame. You can go ahead and feel bad for what happened, but you're not a bad person, all the time. Some people, like I said, are bad people and they can go ahead and move forward from that as well. And then lastly, recognize that making mistakes is all a part of being human. So that's the context that I want to give about taking responsibility and ownership for whatever happened. And then number two, this is a big one, self-compassion. All right, so offer yourself lots of grace. Give yourself the same kind of kindness that you would give a friend or a loved one if they made a bad mistake. You know how we're always there being like another person's rah-rah person to get them through something. Be your own rah-rah person for yourself to get yourself through. And then understand that imperfections do not have anything to do with your value. All right. So you are still worthy. The mistake does not define you. All right. And then this one always gets me. Stop talking negatively about yourself, saying, oh, I suck. I'm trash. I'm the bottom of the sewer. No, as a believer, I just believe that the power of life and death is in the tongue. Stop talking negatively about yourself. All right, that's going to sink into your spirit and eventually you're going to believe it. So say affirmative thoughts about yourself like, hey, you know what? I had a setback, but you know what? I'm going to do a come up, whatever it is, but talk good, intentional things to yourself. All right, so don't talk negatively about yourself. All right, and so the third point that I want to hone in on is growth and restoration. So basically learning from whatever experience that you went through, right? So identify the lessons learned and then try to avoid making similar mistakes in the future. I've said this in another video. I was one of those people when I was growing up. I could see mistakes that other people were making and I thought to myself, I do not want to be where they are. So if you can learn from, read the room or see what's going on in other circles or, in the world or whatever, you don't have to go through that path. You know what I mean? So identify what kind of person you want to be and just make a stance, a line in the sand, a boundary. I don't want to cross over there because I don't even want the possibility that I can end up with that type of consequence or whatever the situation may be. All right. And then the second point about growth and restoration, if you can, make amends. So whomever you harmed or whomever you hurt or whatever the situation may be, if it's possible for you to make amends with that individual, that entity, do so. All situations, we don't have the chance to do that. So, and you have to recognize that your self-forgiveness and someone else forgiving you is two totally different things. They're not conjoined, right? They're completely separate. All right. So their external validation has nothing to do with your walk with your self-forgiveness. All right. So just make sure that you know that self-forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for you alone. All right. It's for you to go ahead and release that burden and feel better, be better. All right. And then focus on personal development, right? Instead of punishing yourself time after time again. All right. And this will aid into your growth of being better. And then lastly, I want to hone in on is letting go and moving forward. And it sounds like easier than you're like, okay, it's easier said than done. But this is literally a mindset shift. And this is hard work, this last one, letting go and moving forward. And I implore any of you that are listening to this video, if you have to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. All right. Because essentially, you're going to have to do all of the work yourself. Right. But talking to a professional, if you're like stuck or you're feeling like you're not moving forward, the professional will do two things for you. So what they're going to do is they're going to help organize your thoughts, right? Because they're going to base what they're telling you off of what you're telling them. So make sure that you're completely honest, because they're going to break down those thoughts. They're going to not muddy the water, so to speak, make sure that they're clear, organized thoughts. And then they're going to give you tools. Those tools are coping strategies to help you move forward. All right. And then sometimes that's just what we need, is someone to help us, get the organization set up, give us the tools that we'll go ahead and execute to be better. But can the therapist do the work? Absolutely not. You have to do all of the work yourself. All right. So it's important to note when you're letting go and you're moving forward, the past is just that. It's the past. All right. And it cannot be changed. Okay, so think of this thought. So the past 30 seconds, right? I'm not going to be able to get that past 30 seconds back. It's gone. There's no way that I can make up for the 30 seconds. Now, if I wanted to say, hey, I want to go ahead in the future and sort of reframe, reshape how I acted the past 30 seconds ago. Sure, you can do that. But as far as the past itself, it's gone. All right, so put that in your mental database when you're trying to forgive yourself. The past is the past. At this point, it's there for you to learn from it. All right. And then I want you to release any resentment, any regret, and any self-blame to prevent that from holding you back, because those thoughts, and they can get intrusive, and you can get to a dark place in your mind. And just think about it. Most of the dark places we go, it's because of our mindset. It's our mind. So we have to invest so much in having a healthy mind, because it has grave consequences if you don't take care of it. And I don't even have to go into all of the consequences. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone gets into a low, but it's just how far you're going to let yourself go to that low, and utilizing coping strategies to get you out. All right. So that's very important, because you always want to have a routine of, I'm down, but I'm going to get back up. All right. That always wants to be your go-to, that I'm going to get back up. And then lastly, what I want to hone in on for letting go and moving forward is embrace healing. All right. So healing is an ongoing thing. All right. So it's not a one-time event. Oh, I'm going to do this to self-heal and I'll be better. No, it's like every day you get up, you have a routine, right? You brush your teeth, you shower, whatever your routine is, right? You meditate, whatever that may be. For taking care of your mind is the same thing. If you had a mistake and you're moving past that mistake to be better, you're going to have to pour goodness into yourself every day. And I've mentioned this in another one of the videos. Make sure that you do something every day to love on yourself every single day. Even if it's something small, like, okay, I took my fingernail polish off today and I shaped my nails. Whatever it takes for you to feel good that day, make sure that you do something every day that makes you feel good. Even if it's having some M&Ms, even if it's having a salad, whatever it is that's going to make you feel good that day, you have to do that ongoing. It's just like when you see a person that's in great shape, right? and you're like, wow, their body's really nice, they're toned, they're chiseled, they're doing something on a regular basis to keep that up. And you have to do the same thing with your mind. You have to have a routine for taking care of yourself. All right. So that healing, like I said, is going to go a long way if you invest in yourself every single day. If you have moments or like just, bouts of time where you're just like, I just don't care, guess what? You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the I don't care in your mood, in your disposition. You may feel anxious. You may feel depressed. So make sure that you do something every single day. It doesn't have to be monumental. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just needs to be something to pour into yourself. All right. And then lastly, I want to go ahead and tie it all up in a bow and just state that self-forgiveness isn't about excusing mistakes that you've made in the past, but it's about shedding all of the weight and the weight of regret and self-condemnation. All right. So it's making space for all of the growth and all of the positive change that you're going to go through. So that's why when you hear people say, self-forgiveness is for you, it really is, because this is how you're going to rise up. All right. But in order for you to truly do that, you have to release all of those burdens. All right. Because you may think like, oh, well, whatever, it doesn't bother me. But no, there will be some point that you will have intrusive thoughts, or you will be left with, your own thoughts by yourself about what happened. You're not going to feel good about it. And this is going to be why, you have to do that work. But again, if this video has spoke to someone that either they make sure that they, forgive themselves often, great, please like the video. If you're someone that does not forgive yourself enough, please like the video. All right. I hope you liked it. I hope this has had some kind of positive impact on somebody to give yourself like all of the grace and all of the goodness and kisses and loves for yourself. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday, a great rest of your week. Otherwise, take care, be well. If you're new to the channel and you're just stopping in, if you care about self-care, self-love, shifting your mindset, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you here. Otherwise, again, take care, be well.